Okay, so Captain Kennedy's unsolved uncertainty extends to Captain Kennedy's Disney future. So of course, someone is gonna replace Captain Kennedy at Lucasfilm. I think we're hoping that if we really want Star Wars to be saved, we have to have the guy who made The Mandalorian, Jon Favreau, one Lucasfilm, or at least one of his affiliates, because I know he's busy with other Disney projects. Okay, um, has the Lucasfilm chief has a director lined up for a 2022 film, even though she has yet to settle on the direction for the marquee and the franchise's evolving mythology or her own future. Um, I think the best thing is Jon Favreau to take over Star Wars, because look at The Mandalorian, okay? Look at The Mandalorian. The fact that everybody loves that show except for the Twitter Puritans and the SJWs and those people. Okay, the fact that literally 95% of people like that show, and the only people who do not like The Mandalorian are people who hate Disney and hate Disney Plus, or haven't seen the show because they don't like Disney Plus, or the Twitter, or the SJWs who will complain about everything, okay? You know, well, watching Billy Dog. Question is, where Star Wars universe go from here? Will Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy stay or exit? If Jon Favreau takes over, Star Wars is saved. Okay, we all know he made the Mandalorian. It's Mandalorian, of course, is becoming very successful. Okay, and of course, they're advertising this. They're seriously trying to advertise this movie that's no book smart, which nobody lost. This just seriously just crazy. No one's gonna watch this movie. Okay, you know. Really, they're gonna nominate this for Best Picture? You gotta be kidding me! Best Picture? Really? Best Picture over Joker over Alita? You gotta be kidding me! This is a proof that these SCWs just don't understand movies. Okay, if Bulky Behemoth and the Roof Price Path, Rocky recent past filled with Fred, found directors and aborted projects, which filmmakers dare to even make the next phase of Star Wars. Okay, um. The next phase of Star Wars will be directed by Jon Favreau because he will definitely fix in Star Wars, okay? Let's look at the Mandalorian, okay? You know, if recently told the Rolling Stone what happens in the future, how long I do it, he doesn't even know. Captain K doesn't even know how long she'll hold in Star Wars, okay? And of course, the SJ was like angry. Oh, women's not wanting Star Wars anymore. It's unreasonable. Why are you letting Jon Favreau white male want Star Wars? Well, that's because Kathleen Kennedy is, incompetent and wanting Lucasfilm. Okay, but the new Disney Plus series, The Mandalorian, seems to provide a strong hand regarding the ideas and the future of Star Wars. Guess he's given the opportunity to note these plans are very related to Marvel Studios' Steve Kevin Feige, who's set to produce his own film take on the franchise. Which I won't be surprised if Kevin Feige is the one producing, the new Star Wars trilogy, but I'm talking about directors. Disney pulled the premiere, held in 3 episodes of The Mandalorian, and Hollywood unsurprisingly created Jon Favreau was a star of the night. And from the best, a lot of praise for The Mandalorian came from the filmmaker and actor, um, who raved about the technology and stuff. So I think the reality that Captain Kennedy is gonna be replaced. Okay, they'll see, oh, the Mandalorian is so successful. Okay, the Mandalorian is so successful. We need someone to do for Lucasfilm. Okay, you know, the Last Jedi made people angry. Solo flopped and bombed at the box office. Rise of Skywalker is gonna be a failure. We don't know how it does in the box office. But considering that Star Wars is like Pokemon, okay, Star Wars is one of those invincible franchises that you will continue making a lot of money. Okay, Solo is kind of like a spin-off. Okay, but I'm saying it's kind of like main series Pokemon game flopping. It's just not gonna happen. Okay, I'm just using that comparison because Pokemon is kind of like when you create an entire universe, hugs that the universe will do mythology, its cultural history, you have new mythologies, very significant. Okay, of course, Disney faces Star Wars. Kennedy is an experienced and confident producer. She's not a creative visionary. She made a name as producer because of Spielberg. Okay, she made who better than Favreau to play a leading role inside the course. He has fan loyalty. He has Team Disney as they come, having directed The Jungle Book and The Lion King. Whether you like those movies or not, I don't like the Lion King remake, but those movies still made a ton of money. There's still a lot of people who do like both of those movies. I actually do not hate the Jungle. I actually like the Jungle Book remake. I actually thought the Jungle Book remake was actually one of the only remake that's actually better than the original movie. Okay, you know, the original movie was more. The new movie was kind of more of the. It was kind of more about the story and less about the music. Okay, that's what the new movie was basically like. Okay, you know, I get the, and of course, he looks uncatered the all reported effort to watch Disney Plus, having consulted on, executive produced, and acted in Marvel movies. He is also close to Feige, which also helps that he might replace Captain Kennedy. And Favreau has, say, a lot of future over Star Wars, because you know what? The Mandalorian is beloved, everybody loves The Mandalorian, and no one likes the sequel trilogy. And there are people who do, but not many people like the sequel trilogy, okay? Not many people like The Last Jedi. Not many people like the Solo, a Star Wars story. And not many people are going to love Episode 9, okay? It's just using your brains here, okay? Nobody likes the sequel trilogy, okay? No, actually, not nobody, okay? Not many people like the sequel trilogy, okay? Less than 50% like The Last Jedi. Of course, you can say, and of course, you can have these critics say, oh, but IMDb has a 7.0. Well, yeah, we use IMDb, you know, IMDb has all these, woke people on there, okay? Giving the Cortez movie a 6.8 out of 10, okay? And giving, the movies, about Trump very low scores. So we can obviously tell the political bias people on IMDb have, okay? It's also to say that the Kennedy's ideal team of key roles were Michael Reason, a producer for Episode IX and Lucasfilm Senior VP live action development and production, the Dave Filoni, veteran animation director George Lucas, who directed live action for the first two episodes of The Mandalorian. It remained that Lucasfilm is not the true cause for Kennedy. This panel neighborhood is Trump his job as he was hired to do. Completing the Skywalker franchise and good hands, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, people hate Star Wars now. Okay, how can you make a franchise that used to be so beloved by millions of people absolutely hated? Well, Kathleen Kennedy knows how to do it. See, ruined Star Wars, and Disney Star Wars and Kathleen Kennedy, someone so confident at making Star Wars movies. Okay, you know, a little bit too much on the market, and of course, saying oh they put a little bit too much on the marketplace too fast. Okay, that's the thing they use. But then they always say there's Star Wars fatigue. Okay, but they're not gonna look at the quality of the movies, okay? They say, oh, but the critics love it, so it's Star Wars fatigue, okay? For example, Marvel, they launch 3 movies, and they can't even have 1 year, okay? 2 years, they'll be launching 4 MCU movies in 1 year, okay? But those movies are good, and of course, once the movies start failing after Endgame, they say, oh, people have Marvel fatigue, okay? But what movies are bad? They're not gonna put any comparison, okay? We'll say there's superhero fatigue, despite Joker and Endgame goes into 2 billion and 1 billion respectively, okay? Was the only one pushed out to hurry out so Star Wars stories by Candy's misgivings. Well, yes, the film has decades 2022, but not one being developed by the Saturday filmmaker Ryan Johnson. No announcement was planned until January. Okay, Candy's contract is up in 2021, so it'll be on the job when the film is completed. It's not clear. Candy exists in hard way in Lucasfilm. He says how it's one of the hardest jobs in Hollywood, inventing stories under the white hot spotlight. Blah 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 blah. Basically, before Lucas was for Disney, you know, they had always around the franchise, despite nearly $5 billion in global box office Disney's four installments in 2015. Um, and of course, it's hard to imagine that, Iger has enjoyed the negative noise around the franchise, okay? Some people saying, fans have been filled of this VGR that fits for Star Wars movie, but Ronaldo's players voted, Private Report at the end of Infinity Saga and stuff, and took control of Marvel characters that previously belonged to Fox. Spider-Man movie that's popped into his lap. So he fixed his comment said, okay, fine, we'll make one more Spider-Man movie to complete his story arc, okay? Because, it is kind of unfair that, they decided to tell, okay, Spider-Man's no longer part of the MCU, when they when, they didn't complete his storyline in the MCU, okay? Now it's Sony Pictures has come to its senses. Feige is also launching his rapid sequence for Disney Plus, and a lot of, there as well. So, Captain Kenny might be replaced. And it's, good for all of us, okay? Good for all of us, because we're sick of Captain Kennedy ruining Star Wars, okay? We're sick of, Captain Kennedy ruining Star Wars. I think her being removed from Lucasfilm is very, very more likely day by day by day, okay? And that's basically it. Goodbye.